I'm Sharon Jerd, and thanks for listening today. What I wanted to talk to you about is running an action meeting. Now, every week I run an action meeting with my team, and sometimes I do that in departments, and sometimes, I do in some businesses, I do it as a collective. So it doesn't matter which way you want to go. You can't do both, so do it as a collective, and then you may need to meet up with your management team separately. We don't call them, team meetings, we don't call them, business meetings, catch-ups, trying to sort of soften what we're there to do. We don't gloss over those terms. Well, not in Sharon Jerd's world. So what we do is we call them action meetings, so everybody knows why they're there. We're there to set actions to take place prior to the next meeting. We don't dwell on what happened last week too much, but we do go over those actions from last week and make sure that the team is, completing off those actions. And if they haven't been completed, we talk about, okay, what were the challenges around that? It may be that, a third party is holding up the process. It might be that they're just too busy. They had an unideal week, so they just couldn't get it done. Okay, so how can we help you to get it done this week? Are you facing any challenges this week that will prevent you from getting that done? Yes or no? And if it's yes, then help them. Other team members may be able to come in and help them out. If no, your expectation is that it's done next week. Then we set the actions for what we need to accomplish next week. So that just keeps continually going through, and this list keeps getting ticked off, because while you're ticking off the list, there's a sense of accomplishment. Secondly, if you're working with a team, it gives them accountability, because they don't want to come to the meeting going, no, 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 and all the other team members going, yes, 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 we've completed them. Because then that becomes a review issue and their performance issue that you need to deal with in a private manner. But what it does, it gives them accountability, and they get things done, and they can see it in front of them. They have no excuses that they forgot, they didn't know it was their job, because we allocate who it is, what time frame it has to be finished by. And then they bring those, that to the meeting, go, yes. And the other little quirky thing that I have is I dislike people going, done, right? Okay, yes, you done it. What did you done? So what I say is, okay, yes, it's completed. How did you complete it? What was the outcome? So I spoke to that person. We've sorted out that challenge. They're happy. I've put it in writing to them. I've made notes in my database, and it's completed. So that's how we handle the action meetings. There's also other parts of the action meeting where we do, diary swaps, so the team knows where everyone is. Because sometimes some team members don't have the diaries of other team members, so we make sure that we do the diary swap. We also talk about our A customers or our A potential customers and how they're coming along, because they have to be moving through the process, particularly in some of my businesses where the process takes a number of months from when they say I'm going to buy the product to actually coming on. It takes sometimes 3 or 4 or 5 months. So we have to make sure that they're moving along, so our cash flow, is stable. It's not up and down like this. So we go through, all of those. And innovation is another one. So we set the innovation or new product building for the 12 months, and we make sure that that's moving along through those processes. So we have a really strict agenda. We run it every week. My HydroClean business is 8 a.m. on a Monday morning. Some of my other businesses are in the afternoon at 3 p.m. So all team members are expected to be there. No other appointments are put in the diary. No exceptions. Everyone's there. Very, very rarely that we change, those action meeting times. But on the rare occasion, you change it to the next day and you set it. You just don't miss it for that week. Okay, so set your action meetings up. If you're in a business and it's you by yourself, do the action meeting by yourself, and you set the actions for yourself, and you make sure you tick them off and be accountable to your own self the next week. When I start out in business, sometimes I get someone in, just to sit through the meeting and be a little bit of an accountable coach, and that can be just another staff. I have other staff members from other businesses that join me when I start a new business, and I just say, meet up with me for an hour and make sure that I'm doing my actions. If not, it can be a friend or a family member, your partner. While you're cooking dinner of a night, go through your action list and tick them off and be accountable to somebody if you can't be accountable to yourself. So there you go. That's what I do with my action meetings, and I hope that you implement this into your business. Let me know how they're going. I'd love to hear your feedback and all the funny stories about having the action meeting with yourself. Of course, we have some fun times doing that over wine and chocolate and things. So let me know how it's going, and we'll talk soon.